Hi guys, I today want to just share my story with regard to my entrepreneurial journey. Well, not the journey, but the beginning of the journey. I was 26 years old, and maybe I was 25 actually. I worked at this other firm, and I remember there was a bombing in Mombasa in a place called Kikambala, a hotel there. I think it was called Paradise Hotel or something. And I remember it was the first that I can remember, first terrorist attack in Kenya. No, the second terrorist attack in Kenya, because the first was in 1998. And I mean, things were tough. Hotels lost a lot of business. Occupancy levels was like 20% during seasons when you would have expected 100% occupancy levels. And so my friend and I, we worked together, realized, Allah, there's a problem, because tourism generally had gone down, and we thought the problem really is that Kenyans don't see their country. They don't actually go and see the parks. They don't experience the beautiful things that the country has to offer. And so we thought, let's do something that will address this problem to help solve the larger issue of relying on foreign tourism. And then we did our research and found out that in a country such as South Africa, the tourism economy is financed 20% by foreign tourists and 80% by locals. And in Kenya, it was the reverse. 20% of tourism was local, but 80% of tourism was actually supported by foreign tourists. So we're like, Allah, what's the problem? Why don't Kenyans want to see the country and the beautiful destinations that we have? And so we decided we're going to start something. So what would we do? So after a bit of research, we thought, Kenyans need to see what the country has to offer and also just know that it's affordable. And some of them, you don't even need to pay. So we started a show, and the show was called Matembezi. Gosh, this is taking me back. Anyway, so we decided, let's start shopping around and looking for media houses that would want the show. But then there's a problem. Who was our customer? That's what we didn't clarify. Who is our customer at the end of the day? Because we needed to understand who the customer is and what their problem is. We identified Kenyans have a problem and they don't travel. But did Kenyans realize that they wanted to travel their country? We decided it's a problem they need to have, and we decided to solve their problem. So that's where our first challenge came. And so getting this thing on media houses became a problem. However, there's one media house that liked it, and they said, fantastic, we want to put it on. About a month later, they had an exact show, believe it or not. And so we decided, let's try and refine this thing again. Yes, we failed, but let's take a step back and figure out, how do we succeed in this thing? So we decided to look for a different customer, and our customer became somebody who needs local content and who does not have it or have the capacity to produce it. And so we identified a customer, and our customer became Kenya Airways, and we used their in-flight entertainment as a source. And then also realized another person who has a need is local destinations and hotels that need their products aired out there, and for people to know what products and services they offer. And so that became our second customer. And so we brought the two together, where we had the platform to show to air the videos, and the customers who then paid us to then attend or go to their places of, their hotels, their different locations, to showcase what they had. And so we did this for about 2-3 years, and then, I guess lost interest. But the business did work. About scaling it, I don't know how that would have worked, but it's a concept we tested and tried. But that particular entrepreneurial journey taught me two things. One, it's so key for me to identify the problem, not from my perspective as Rina or as the provider of the solution, but as from the perspective of the customer. And for me to do that, I needed to get out and to start implementing or trying out this solution. Because without trying it out, then I would never have known that Kenyans really, couldn't be bothered. Traveling is a nice idea. But if I live in Murang'a, why would I even bother going to Kisumu? For what? That's just the attitude Kenyans have. had at that particular point in time. And seeing tourism as a luxury, the thing that Muzungus do, it was not a need that they have. Make sense? And then my second lesson was the fact that there's competition out there, imagine. So even as you continue to provide solutions, you need to provide solutions that make sense, solutions that have, if possible, high barriers to entry, and also something that, what I mean by high barriers to entry is that it's not easy for somebody to come in and copy and run with it and leave you without anything. There needs to be something that you're providing that is a unique selling proposition, that unique thing that only you do so well, whether that's in the way that you provide the service, in the actual product, in the solution, in the technology, whatever it is that you're providing. There has to be a unique selling proposition that you're offering that is not out there and that cannot be easily copied, because then you will remain relevant and you will succeed in your business or entrepreneurial journey. I wish you all the best, guys. If you have any stories you want to share as well, please post in my comment section and let's have a conversation. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Take care.